Oh my god. Really? Man. Like, within 5 seconds. You kidding me? Fucking bot sellers. All right. Here we go, Commanders. It is here. It is finally here. So, yeah, we're going to have some fun today. All right, so here is the Panther Clipper Mark II. This is the Stellar Edition. Let's go ahead and have a look at what it comes with. So, cargo capacity right off the bat is 1,040 tons. FSD range 12.6 or 20 unladen, so not great. We're looking at 3F pulse lasers. That's your two large. 4 multi cannons in your mediums, and 4 pulse lasers in your small slots. 8A power plant, 8A thruster, 7A frameshift drive, 5A life support, 7A power distributor, 5A sensors, 128 capacity fuel tank, 3 shield boosters, electronic countermeasure, point defense, and a heat sink launcher. That is all of it. Pretty good stuff. I will not be changing any of that probably. And then here's the real fun stuff. So this Mark II cargo rack, this is that new one that holds 50% more. So you see you've got the 8D and then the 8E. So this is your regular 256 cargo rack. This is the special new one. Kind of like your military slots in some ships. You got your 7D. This is the 7 slot version of it. 7A shield generator, then 64, 64, a fuel scoop, 32, 32, 16, docking computer, and super cruise assist. Probably be getting rid of both of those. So, all in all, the Stellar Edition, not really a bad fit. I probably mess with some of the weaponry a little bit, but this is pretty competent overall for what you're paying for it. What is up, Wiki Smoke? Alright, so the first thing that we want to do with this thing is find a stronghold carrier. Or, well, I may have some stuff on hand to outfit it, because most of my modules are... Wait, where are we? We're in That's What You Know. We either need to go to a stronghold ship, or we need to head to my carrier. Let's head for the copper spot first. What's up with my bookmarks, Frontier? There we go. Cover spot's only a jump away. Yep. Alright. So I have a ungodly amount of stuff stored on my carrier, so we're going to see about outfitting this thing with having to spend a bunch of money first. That's why my watch is dinging. All right. So let's go ahead and see how she feels flying. Let's launch and just have a look-see. This is a big boy ship. I gotta say, right off the bat, I'm not real sure how I feel about that wiring I can see in the front of the cockpit. Like, why is that there?
Landing coupler disengaged. Watch for oncoming traffic when passing through the airlock.
Alright, let's get a look at what this thing looks like when you fold this landing gear. That's very cool. Very, very cool, FDev. Oh, she is sluggish. I'll tell you what, Commanders, this thing is not going to win any awards for speedy maneuvering. Alright, I'll power the engines. Let's see what it tops out at right now. Unengineered. Is that about 282, it looks like.
You are clear of the station. Safe travels, Commander.
So, not a speedy boy by any stretch of the imagination.
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Wow. Michael Will came in late. I mean, we've only been live for 8 minutes, so you're not that late. And I am just now getting into flying it, so.
Fuel complete.
Is it as fast as the Clipper? Stock? No, we just maxed out at 282, whereas my Clipper with fully engineered thrusters can hit 500. I need to look up the Clipper space speed, but this thing's not going to be getting that fast. There's no way. I need to turn fleet carriers back on. And yeah, it does carry more cargo. The stock version of it right here is carrying 1,040, and that's before I make any adjustments to it. And there's plenty of room for adjustment. Actually headed to my fleet carrier right now because I have a bunch of cargo modules in storage there, I think, and we're going to mess around with it and see what we can max it out at. This cockpit, well, this feels me way more like a bridge than a cockpit, which I know is what they're going for. But yeah, it's it definitely feels chunky compared to other ships. Let's get her landed at the carrier and see exactly what we can do. It wasn't too bad of a charge up for Hyper now. Yeah, I'd absolutely want to take it to a planet, Wookie.
Access granted. Please follow standard docking procedure, Commander.
Those are some engine noises.
Scan detected. Landing gear deployed.
$1,238 tons. We'll see about that. I never trust anything FDev says about maximum capacities because they're prone to doing things like leaving shield generators on ships, or I mean, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, but I will also take it with a pinch of salt until I see it myself. I can't unsee the frog thing now. It does look like a frog. I cannot unsee it. First thing I want to do oof. Well, we can at least do a little bit of work on its FSD. Alright, let's take a look at. Currently at 19.4 jump range. I'm not going to be able to fully engineer it right now, but I'll turn that off real quick. Can at least take a look at what we need and kind of work on that. We've got all afternoon for that. So yeah, we're going to need to visit a material trader. We will be able to do a fair amount on Dirty Drive. I think that's the general idea, is to have this be a bigger, better protected. Because 6 got a lot of weapons. Now, we're real quickly going to get into... I don't know if I want to run Charge Enhanced on this. I mean, it's fine. I can always re-engineer it later. We're going to have to visit the materials trader anyways. There should be one not too far away.
Shields offline. Shields online.
I hate that noise.
Shields offline. Shields online. Shields offline. Shields online.
Alright, so we need a material trader. Another a manufacturer trader, and we need all 3 traders. That's fine. That won't be that hard. Alright, so with that out of the way, alright. So this is the new module. The Mk2 cargo rack. And there's 2 of them. Alright, let's go ahead and... I'm pretty sure I've got a shield generator that would fit that hanging around. Yes, I do. So, you can just go away. Do I not have a Class 7 cargo rack around? That's wild. But let's see, that would be another 192. Class 6, Class 6. I would run a smaller fuel scoop on this thing, honestly. And I would turn that into a cargo rack. So, because what I would do, and I know it'll be painful, but I would run a small ass fuel scoop on this thing. Alright, so I don't have as much in storage for optionals as I thought I did. And that's fine. Let's look at the hard points and see exactly what we can do here. So that's a Class 3F pulse laser. Turreted. Here's the thing. All these weapons are turreted, which you're probably going to want on a ship like this. What do we have in terms of pulse lasers? Not much, because I don't use them all that often, I don't think. Class 3F. I'm always a bit leery of turreted weapons, like leaving them to their own devices, but this does not seem like a type of ship you want to be running. You're not going to be running fixed weapons on it. That's for damn sure. All right. Sorry, guys. Let's take a look at the galaxy map and see where there is a stronghold ship around for my faction, because that will make it nice and easy to get whatever we want. "42 light years. 2 jumps, we can make that. Alright. Ah, that module reactivated itself. I'll be keeping that for when I play on my Steam Deck, but we won't be using it today.
Landing trap disengaged. Departure authorized.
She may get to be pretty speedy. We've already bumped her from 280 something to 352 with just that little bit of engineering.
Frameshift drive charging.
All clear. This is flight control. Signing off.
So can't complain about that.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
That's the battle barge. Interesting Fletch. I've done a little bit of engineering on it. We've already managed to bump our top boost from 282 to 352.
Temperature critical.
We're on our way to a stronghold carrier to do some more outfitting. Currently running shieldless. That wire at the front of the cockpit is bothering me more than you guys know.
Frameshift drive charging.
Like, I hate doing this on camera because it's kind of hard. Right there, right up there between the radar, that wire. It's driving me crazy. Trying to think in reverse with the camera. .6 light seconds. I was going to say let's test out its SCO capability, but that would be a ridiculous waste at this speed or this distance. I'll tell you guys one thing. I can already see, just without even going and digging through the outfitting, this thing is going to make one hell of a mining ship. Like the possibilities for mining in this thing are bonkers. I'm sure host has plug and play. Oh, I definitely installed drivers. You're gonna want the drivers and the target GUI software.
Docking request granted.
This is making me a little uncomfortable.
Landing gear deployed.
You need to do a firmware update on it too, probably.
Under attack. Taking damage.
Okay, let's go ahead and get below. Good God. Okay. Regardless from whatever's going on outside there, I mean, my God. But yeah, I mean, just look at this. So we could easily fit this ship, just looking at mining, we could easily fit this ship for every single type of mining if you wanted to. I don't know that this would be a ship I would really want to do core mining with because unless it gets a lot more nimble, I can see dancing around an asteroid to hit fissures for cracking asteroids being a pain in the butt in this thing, but you could make a monstrous laser miner out of this thing. I am 99% sure. All right. The throttle on the right stick isn't cooperating. Never tried to bind that to anything. So that would put us at 1232. So if we were to do... So here's where you're... $1236. So this is where you would get your 1238 is strip the advanced docking computer off and put 2 more in there, and you're at 1,238 tons of cargo. Completely unshielded, no protection. Probably not how I would run this ship. What I would do, probably if we can... Home asset seats. So this thing is going to need... At least a class 6 shield generator. Or potentially a smaller one engineered. It's 1236 is a... Yeah, the chat just said it for me. Michael Will over on YouTube. 1236 is insane. Home succeeds shield generator. Yeah, we would have to engineer a shield generator there. More than likely. Really annoyed that there's not... There we go. There's a 6. That's... Actually, this one... What is engineered on this one? Yeah, it's massive. This one would do it. So that would be a class 4. That's even better. So let's strip that. And then y'all are going to think I'm nuts, but I'm just kind of... See what the life isn't looking. So, let's just say, and I know that that fuel scoop is horrible, but it gives us the ability to refuel. This is all I'm going for. I'm not necessarily going for the most efficient right now. But they're still firing outside, by the way. I don't know if you guys could hear that in the background, but the ship is still firing on something. So, say we put a class 4 shield generator in there just to give us enough of a barrier to keep our hull from immediately getting eaten into if we submit to an interdiction. And I'm talking about PvE, not PvP, because any PvP player is going to annihilate class 4 shields. But let's just say that we had that. That generator will be here in 11 minutes. That's still leaving us at 1,216 tons of cargo. Which, we'll go to the shipyard real quick and just have a look at my own... So here is, y'all all know this build. This is the no shield, everything cargo clipper. She's maxed out at 784, and I could put a little bit more in there if I wanted to, but 1216, 784, pretty big difference. So can't really complain too much. Let's have a look at these weapons. Because this is an interesting mix. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 6 laser weapons and 4 multi-cannons. Greeny! 55 months on Twitch. Thank you, sir. How are you? You could do some interesting and potentially dumb shit with this ship's weapons. Like railguns and multi-cannons, oh my, fragment cannons, missiles. Like, you could do some dumb stuff with this. So... Yeah, it didn't... OBS decided not to disconnect the stream when I told it to last night. Pulse lasers are 9.5. Burst lasers. I would honestly do burst lasers. Oh wait, we're into that's just the too big. Alright. Some multi-cannons. So you could do some really dumb shit here. You could put cannons on here. You could put plasma accelerators on here if you were really feeling feisty, but you'll never aim them properly with this ship. I don't even know. Railguns don't have... See, there's some really dumb things you could potentially do. Missiles, I think, maybe an advanced seeker missile rack. Which I have some pre-engineered versions of those, but probably would stay with multi-cannons myself. Do a 2F. See, I don't have any... And then... I would probably replace this with all burst lasers. Are these class ones? Yes, they are. And of course, there's a lot of engineering that can be done to these weapons. I am not going through all that for this ship today because I don't feel a need to completely engineer a merchantman with weapons, but... So, I mean, there you go. You would have a relatively heavily armed, and once we get it here, shielded merchantman. Now, this thing can also take a ship-launched fighter. So, there's that. And we could put... Let's see. Oops, that... Wait a minute, can we buy those cargo racks here? I'm curious. Yes, you can. Oh, no, that's, you know... So they're expensive. $4.8 million for the Mark II Class 8 cargo rack. They are real expensive. So we could put a refinery. We could put multiple input controllers in this thing. That's what I thought. This thing can hold the granddaddy of Olympic controllers. 4. 1, 2. That's 8 limpets right there. Well, no, excuse me. That's the class 2 one. Never mind. That's... You could do 4. What else could we do? Is there no class 6 Olympic controller? That can't be right. There it is. There is no class 6 Olympic controller? Interesting. Well, we could still have, so 3. You could put them both right there. So 3, 6, 10. You could have 10 limpets active on this thing with no problem and still have room for your prospector limpet and refinery and plenty of cargo. This thing has the potential to be a mining beast. Like, absolutely insane. I'm going to look up at Nara real quick, some commodities traders and or brokers, and see what we can do. Because I do want to get some engineering done on this thing and see exactly where we can push it. What system are we in? Renapa. Oh, goody. We've got all of them really close by. Sweet. I cannot unsee the frog now. One thing I'm sure you guys are wanting to see is liveries. So... One thing that is definitely apparent with this is that it is hard to see this ship in this camera view. This needed... This needed some help. Like, it is really hard to see this thing in this view. Now, this is, if you guys caught this during the stream, this is a nod to the original in the old school games. This right here, and I'm definitely keeping it. And then we've got the merchant tail, which there's only one. And it's just that fin. And then for your paint jobs, you've got the gold, the blue. There is a pink one. So you can have your Black Panther and your Pink Panther. Honestly, I don't think the pink looks that bad. There's the midnight black. That's actually pretty sweet. Ah, this is the candy cane paint job. I mean, they're okay. Nothing super special, I feel like, but they're okay. I haven't been impressed with a lot of their paint job offerings as of late, so I'm probably a little skeptical there. The one thing that we didn't look at was sticking a Guardian frame shift in here, but I kind of feel there's not a lot of point to doing that and giving up cargo space. Sorry, hamster fell off the wheel there for a second. And of course, you can always screw with the fuel tanks if you want. But I'd remind you that that does not do a ton to your jump range, so, you know, it's not really worth it. If you're carrying extras, yes, but... I am not actually going to replace this module, but... So this is where you could maybe make some gains, but playing with your power plant is always a dangerous game because power draw. So I'm sure there's people will come up with plenty of ways to min-max this thing's weight and optimize it, but for a cargo ship, it's not horrible right off the bat. And we have only gotten the frame shift drive engineered up to a pretty modest level, so... And if anybody thinks that you should be making, like, massive jumps in this thing, I mean, you... Really? So really, it's just the shield generator. Alright, so that class 4 engineer did not fit. Well, I was wondering why it was telling me that. Good to know. So realistically, if we were going to do that, what is these? We're going to put a cargo rack back in there. Whoops. So what is the smallest shield generator that you'll deal with then, ship? Is it 6? Yeah, it's a 6. Well, if I was going to do that, I would throw a bi-weave in there. So what's that leave us at? 1,168. Still pretty damn good. I'm going to leave that shield generator on it for a minute. We're going to do a little bit of jumping around and see what we can do about some engineering. Oh my god, what is going on out here?
Engines engaged.
What are you guys shooting at? Aw, he jumped away.
Under attack.
God, this thing is a pig.
Taking damage. Shields offline.
I have to get out of here.
Frameshift
You know, that was a terrible idea given where we were.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Shields online.
Oh, that's hilarious. Even though it was wanted, they all turned on me. Love it from here. All right, so don't worry, I know where we can go to do some hunting later. That is quite the name.
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
All right, so we're headed for Marasek City.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Yeah, it did take some pounding there. 25C, not that fuel scoop. It'll keep you alive, and that's really on a ship like this all I keep a fuel scoop around for. It will keep you from having to call the fuel rats or self-destructing your ship. Now, the one thing we haven't tested it for is SEO. We don't really have a huge system here, so I maybe test it a little bit, but I have a system that we can use to test that pretty easily. If it's like any of the newer generation ships, it should be able to cruise for a pretty while. Can you post it? Yeah, I will. Generally, what I'll do is I'll take a screenshot and put it on the community tab on the YouTube channel. The long stream ended. Yes, Mystic, the long stream was not supposed to happen. OBS didn't disconnect when I told it to. Because I was asleep for most of that. That stack of weaponry on the HUD is ridiculous. That's what I'm used to seeing in my Corvette.
Follow all federal docking protocols before attempting to dock. Access granted. Proceed to landing pad 09er. meters from touchdown.
This thing is... God, it just barely fits through there.
Landing gear deployed.
I mean, people did DM me, and I was asleep, so it didn't do any good.
Completed. Ground crew have been dispatched.
Alright. Material trader. So, I need to see what we needed for materials. We need a chemical distillery. And we should be good on the others. We're going to need more configurable components. And we should be good on everything else. Chemical distilleries, yeah. Arsenic we'll need. I've already... No. Hey, Bet. Can you come here? We're going to bring in outside help. Here. Since I have the short-term memory of a gnat, I need you to help. So you can lean over and say hi to... I don't want camera yet. She's going to help me remember things, guys. So do we have one functioning brain, or?
Okay, add Chester.
All right, so I need let's see. I need chemical distilleries. I need configurable components. I need arsenic. Did you get that down? I need strange wake solutions. Got that? I need eccentric hyperspace trajectories. I need selenium, SELENIUM. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going too fast for it, guys. She's getting mad. Let's go back and double check. Hold on. That should be enough. That should be enough. boosters. Power plant was the strange wake stuff. The chemical distillery, the eccentrics. Did I tell you I need arsenic? And selenium. Okay, that should be it. See why I can't remember it? It's all a bunch of really weird shit. And I have the memory of a gnat. Okay. Nice, Mystic. Alright. May I see the list, please? Honey, I need it. Babe. She's making a drawing. It's not Halloween. Here you go, guys. Here's the list that she's made us. Hold on, let me... Oh, that's not full screen. Why are you not full screen? There we go. There's the list. So, thanks, babe. Appreciate it.
I mean, you have arsenic on the list. How is it not like Halloween and death and destruction and
Arsenic's an element, man.
you're killing somebody?
Well, it's elite. Of course I'm killing somebody. All right. We need chemical distilleries. We can... Okay. Configurable components. Okay. Let's see, industrial firmware, that's the problem here. I thought 3 would fill this. I was wrong. This should give you a cut. Appreciate it. Let me write this firmware down. They won't even let me into their creator program, so... They're not giving me a cut. That's the selenium problem. And the firmware. That's the Wake Solutions chemical processors. We should grab some manipulators and some processors while we're here. Always remember, guys, you can do some interesting stuff with the traders if you just click around a little bit. Alright. Heat dispersion plate. Manufactured trader. 6 attempts should be enough, but I'm going to grab a couple of those just to make sure. Alright, one last check. Powder distributor. That's not enough focus crystals. And those are one of the things that's annoying to trade for. Exquisite focus crystals. That'll be enough. Alright, so. Powder distributor we checked was good. We just need the industrial firmware, which is at a material trader, or encoded trader. Engines. We need the selenium and the firmware. Everything else should be good. FSD. We need the strange wake solutions. The eccentric, blah blah blah. And the arsenic. Everything else should be good. The power plant, we need the selenium. And that's it. Okay, cool. Now then, for my next trick, I will plot a course to Kongubi. And the one thing that we may do is we may visit an engineer because I kind of wouldn't mind having the drag drive's experimental effect on this thing. That really makes your thrusters. Yeah, my brain just went, you know, you probably could rip the thrusters off your clipper.
Go for departure.
Hey, you know what we're going to do real quick? No.
Shields offline. Thermal signature restored.
Oh, are you not actually going to work? All right.
Hull integrity compromised. Shields online.
This thing is so fat. There we go.
Drive charging.
You have exceeded the station exclusion zone. Goodbye, Commander.
Goodbye, station.
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Making a 25 light year jump in a ship this big is not bad.
Fuel scooping.
Alright. Alright, I've got the star targeted. Let's see what this thing can do in SCO.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
It is definitely not as smooth as some of the other ships. But it is not burning through fuel as badly as I was worried it might. Looks like we're topping out somewhere around 3,065, 68 C. Doing pretty good on heat, too. 73%. That's taken us about 100,000 light seconds from the star. Pretty reasonable fuel cost. Not bad. Not bad for SCO.
Frameshift drive charging.
Not bad at all. All right. And we'll get to see it in action for real here in a minute because it looks like we're going to be traveling about 2,000 light seconds from the star when we jump in.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Whee! Right by. She moves in SCO, y'all. Let's get in here to Alper City, get landed, and get these. This should be our encoded trader. Ooh, excuse me. SCO is amazing. It's not as great on the older ships, like the original set of ships. It's not that great on, but it really shines on 3 of the new generation ships, in my opinion.
Attention, this facility operates a no-fire zone. Please stow your weapons.
All right, let's see how this thing manages auto dock.
To landing pad 39er.
Anyways, yeah, I think SEO really shines when it comes to the Type 8, the Cobra Mark 5, and the Mandalay. All right. We need strange wake solutions. And eccentric hyperspace trajectories. And cracked firmware. Let me change my tune to the Panther. Yeah, I wouldn't worry as much either, but man, it really, like, when you're flying a Mandalay or a Mark 5 or a Cobra Mark 5, it is a freaking life changer how fast those things are with that. Alright, let's finish out our power distributor here. Power distributor is done. Still need the selenium for that one. And we'll need our arsenic for that one. And our selenium for that one, but that's fine. We're getting there. Power distributor is done. Engines are getting there. Alright, so we are off to... Let's see. One jump. I want to take another look at this thing's landing gear as it comes up. It is so sick.
Loading.
Ship released. You may proceed with...
That is so good. Makes that my Mandalay replace. I would say replace. There is no other ship in the game that can do exploration like the Mandalay can these days once you have it properly fitted. I did a massive exploration, exobiology exploration run in my Mandalay, and I have been a big proponent of the ASP forever, and there is nothing like the Mandalay. It is a complete game changer.
Frameshift drive charging.
You are now clear of the station. Safe travels, Commander.
So, if you min-max the Mandalay, it can get... I need to look at where we're going. It can get to 100 light years if you min-max it. It won't be useful for much, but it can get to 100 light year, 99 point something. Mine sits at about 75, and it's actually useful for doing stuff once you get places with it. And I could bump mine up to 80 if I really felt like it, but I like having certain luxuries while I explore. I think the Mandalay can also do something like 500,000 light seconds on a fuel tank in Super Cruise. And it will not overheat. And so you can initiate a hyper jump while fuel scooping, and the Mandalay won't overheat. Like, the ship is disgusting. Tapped out there while I was cruising. I love having the throttle cruise notches set on this thing. Ooh, we got a Darth Maul planet. So yeah, if you've never fully like kitted a Mandalay, like put the effort into it. It will change your life in exploring in this game. Oh, I know. No, you could cruise 100,000 light seconds in a couple minutes in the Mandalay, not go through a fifth of a tank of fuel, and not go above 60% heat. I did it many times while I was exploring. 300 light seconds away from the start, nothing. Let's go.
Logan Peterson, Delta India Golf. This station is under Imperial sovereignty. Kindly observe traffic regulations when approaching the facility. Docking request approved. Set down on landing pad 02.
The ship that's absolutely insane in Super Cruise Overcharge is the Mark V Cobra. Its top speed is like 5,600 C.
Attention, Commander. Decrease speed at once.
Fishing the ashes. Oh, 7, Commander. Thank you for stopping by. Always glad to help.
Use of automated docking computer permitted. You are clear to hand over control.
Landing gear deployed.
And down we go. Nice. All right, this should be our last stop on the initial engineering. We may have to,
Touchdown confirmed. Ship
go see an
secured.
engineer
The Imperial Flight Operations Bureau wishes you a
about
pleasant and
some
productive visit, Commander.
experimental effects, but hey, we need arsenic and selenium. Ugh, that's a bad trade. That's terrible. Fucking yikes, man. This is just not great. Let's see what we can get done. Power distributor's done. All right, so we get this thing done. That's the engines. That's the FSD. It's the cadmium. It's also going to be a problem.
Shields offline.
One,
Shields online. Shields
two,
offline. Shields online.
3.
Shields offline. Shields online.
Cadmium. Since that's in a direct line, that's an easy trade up.
Shields offline. Shields online. Shields offline. Shields online. Shields offline. Shields online. Shields offline. Shields online.
That should be more than enough power capacity for anything we ever want to do with this ship. Now, what has that done to our stats? Okay, so we've significantly upped our jump range. Let's see what it is, according to the actual outfitting screen. And I need to look up some blueprints. What is the experimental effect? How does... Sorry, guys, I'm looking something up. Alright, I need to make sure we've got this stuff. Let's see. The 1,168 tons. Jump minimum current max. Okay, that's not bad. Alright, we need... security firmware patch. We have one of those, which is what we need. Hybrid capacitors times 3, which is what we need. And all the iron in the world. We can run this modification. Which means that we need to go to That's a Palin. Are you looking at the right system? Nope. Arc. 3 jumps. Alright, that should do it. Yep, 3 jumps. We're set. Alright, so we'll get this done, and that'll give us full engineering and an experimental effect on these engines so we can actually see what this bad boy is, what our real top speed's going to be.
Landing gear retracted.
Landing restraints retracted. Please exit the station safely and promptly.
I really don't mind letting this thing auto-launch itself. It's such a charm. Wookie, I would say this would get us down on a planet surface like you want, but we always land on the dark side of the planet for
You are now
engineers, it
clear
seems
of the
like.
station. Imperial Flight Operations Bureau wish you a safe onward journey.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Fuel scooping.
It's not terrible. I mean, it's pretty bad. It's not
Fuel
terrible.
scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
All right, one more jump.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Man, Amethyst has gone. I've maxed some of them. Nowhere near all of them.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
The ones that I have judged the most important have been maxed. All right, now. Let's throttle back to 10%.
Fuel scooping.
Let's see. Where is she? There he in the system. First off, let's turn off fleet carriers.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
I can't remember the name. There it is, Able Laboratory. And oh, good. We get another chance to really to kind of test out the SCL. So picked up Panther Mark 2 for the shot nice. I'm enjoying it so far. You know, like most ships, my biggest thing is always to see what we can do with the engines, because you know, we started out at 282 max all power to engines and boost, which is god awful slow. So curious to see. We're not going to hit clipper numbers. That was asked at the very beginning of the stream, and we've got the engines fully maxed. Drag drives is not going to give us much more of a boost, but we're going to apply it anyways. But we're not getting to 500 like a clipper. Still, going from 280 into the 350 is not bad for a chunk this size. She's never going to be a dogfighter, that's for sure. And I know people were talking about, man, can we maybe make this the next Jump Conda? I don't think that's happening. I'm not as good as some people at min-maxing full exploration, but I'm pretty good at it. And this ship is just so heavy out the gate, I don't see a way that they're going to do it. Because the Anaconda's broken anyways. It always has been. We're going to be landing on the dark side of the planet as usual. Why do the engineers have to be such edgelords and live on the back side of all on the dark side of all their tidally locked planets? Kind of flying with one eye on the dog right now because he's moving around in his chair. You're okay, dude. Yeah, you're okay. Oh, my HUD. Yeah, this is blue and white in EDHM. Very, very easy to get your hands on. It's nothing too custom. I just find it nice and soothing, which was a major requirement for me when I did long exploration runs. Yeah, he's sacked out in his chair over here. I saw him moving a minute ago.
Flight engaged.
I'm perhaps playing it a little too cautious with this shit, but I've never brought it into orbital or down to a surface before, so... Oh, no, wait. Palin is on the bright side of the planet. Okay. Well, maybe we can get y'all's request into... Chat's request to have a look at it on a planet. Because I would not mind getting out and walking around this thing. So we'll see where our glide drops us. Join the Panther Clipper Safari. I am. I mean, we haven't done a lot of, actual using of the ship for hauling or anything. I've mainly been going around getting the materials I need to engineer it. We need to have a couple really boring streams here where I go around and re-up my engineering materials because I'm running low on stuff. But we had enough to get done what I wanted to get done on this ship, so I'm gonna see about picking up some galleon for the community goal and shipping that in and seeing what our profit is there, because I know what a full load on my clipper was. Yeah, I'm gonna be going back up too soon because this glide is gonna be garbage. I've been playing too much Star Citizen. I'm coming in way too shallow. Well, at the very least, we can get a... Well, let's go ahead and land and get out and look at this thing on the planet. Let's see if we can get a real idea of... Because it's hard to get a good look at it in the hangar. It's dark, it's huge. It's a low G planet, so... Oh, those engine noises. So good. Alright, first off, that module's going off. Second off, alright, if you guys haven't seen this yet, this is awesome. This is absolutely awesome. It's so good. So good. I love that animation.
Landing gear deployed.
You are not going to be easy to find a landing spot for on the planet. Are you, ship? Hold on just a second, guys. Chester, are you okay? Oh, God. Chester! Thanks. He just went down. Chester, come here. Come here, baby. You might be right.
Like that antibiotic.
Yeah.
Because he threw up the other night, and then we didn't give it to him the next day, and then, or we didn't give it to him that night, but then I gave it to him last night, and now he's throwing up again.
Sorry, guys. Little man got sick, so had to take a pause here. You're all right. I'm not going to yell at you for getting sick. It's not your fault. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Poor boy. Whoop. You okay? All right, man. He's all right. He's had some stomach upset, and we were just talking. We think the antibiotic that they gave us to give to him is actually upsetting his stomach, which is the opposite of what it was intended to do, but I'm a big believer in anecdotal evidence, and he's gotten sick both times that we've given it to him. Oop, there is a spot right here. Nope. Landing this thing. Ah. Okay. You say alignment's okay, game.
Taking damage. Shields
Whoops.
offline.
I can't get it to actually set down, you know. Alright, well,
Landing gear retracted.
maybe look at giving that another try. I want to get to Able Laboratory. Is he acting like he feels bad?
Frameshift drive charging.
It might be. If let's skip it for tonight. And give it one tomorrow. And if he gets sick, we'll call him and say, hey. Yeah, because two could still be coincidence. I don't know what it is, but I'd like it. And I don't want him to get sick, but if it happens a third time, I'm gonna have three times. Like I'm not having my dog stay throwing up sick because of medicine. Okay, that's just not happening.
2, 1. Engage.
Alright, let's boost ourselves back up in orbit. And let's get a better approach. Hey, babe. So, it was pointed out, not on stream, I saw it earlier today. The new ship kind of looks like a frog. Hold on just a minute. I could make it green. I don't want to spend real money on a paint job I don't like. Are you telling me to spend money on video games right now? Y'all heard that? Y'all heard that. She's telling me to spend money on video games. Name it Kermit. It's named Hercules. What? What was that face about? Kermit doesn't fit my ship naming scheme. Yeah, but they're jokes. You're not going to let this go, are you?
Orbital flight engaged.
Oh, hey, babe. Sorry, I meant to catch you quicker. Come here. Sorry, hon. Alright, there's Able Laboratory. Well, it's still a ways out. This thing's got some interesting views. Like, there's your cockpit view. Like, from the back. That's a big bridge. And there's your multi-crew seats. So much hull plating. It's a pretty cool ship. Like, I really like the aesthetic of it. Ugh, it smells like dog puke in here. What? Hold on a second. Holy shit, Ozzy Osbourne died.
Zorgon Peterson Delta India Golf. Automated flight control protocol initiated. Please submit a request prior to landing.
What?
Docking permission authorized. You may proceed to landing pad 15.
Oh, good. 1-5's right in front of us.
Landing gear deployed.
This thing is too fat to come through that way like I normally do. Good to know.
Docking procedure completed. Ship secured. Greetings, Commander.
That's wow. What do we want to do? I think Mass Manager would probably be our best bet for FSD. Let's see what that gives us right now. That's probably about as good as it's going to get. All right, guys, I'll be right back. We're going to take a break and return shortly. We are back. So let's get our experimental effects. Can't complain, can't complain. Now then. Now we need some commodities list. Commander Well today has come online. Oh, hey, hold on. Gotta ban somebody real quick. Goodbye. HIP 76499. All right, we're going to use this ship as a trader real quick. Shocking, I know.
Ship released. Departure authorized.
Landing gear retracted.
Hello, Mobian. Alright, so max power to engines. So originally we were boosting to a max of 282.
Automated flight
We
control
are
protocol now offline.
almost
Thank you, Commander.
right at 400. With
Frameshift drive charging.
full engineering to thrusters and drag drives. Yep, just saw that. Very sad.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Gee, they did get that last show in just in time.
Fuel scooping.
So, gonna go pick up some cargo.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
30 light years in a ship this big. It's pretty respectable. There's not a lot I could do to lighten this ship up. Like, there's a little bit, but not that's going to make an incredible difference in our jump range.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Now, when we load this thing with 1,000 tons of cargo, that's going to be completely different.
Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
All right, last jump.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three,
Oh, it's
two,
progress. All right.
one. Engage.
Now then.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
That wire. Why is that wire there? It's driving me crazy. Why FDev? Okay. Owen's progress. Who is Owen and what is he progressing about? Do we know? Does anybody know? I'm sure Movian's probably got a good joke in there somewhere if he thinks about it.
Orbital flight engaged.
Yeah, no orbital flight, please.
Northern Peterson, Delta, India, Golf. You may access this station by submitting a prior request.
A little hard to read those numbers sometimes.
Docking request approved. Plot route for approach to landing pad 02. You're approved for automated docking sequence.
Excellent.
Landing completed. Ground
Love getting a good cinematic shot like
Enjoy your
that.
stay with us.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
That's just nuts.
Ship is released. Take care when leaving the station.
Such a huge ship. All right. And she's not moving near as quick with 1,000 tons of cargo on her.
You are now clear of station perimeter. Have a good flight, Commander.
Three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scooping.
And that fuel tank means that really this trip doesn't need a fuel scoop. So
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
they'd easily run this thing at its max of 1238 for local missions like colony hauling, especially in group play or solo play. And yet, all the mining stuff that could be done. I'm gonna absolutely check it out tomorrow.
Fuel scooping. System scan complete. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
1.
engage.
Did I not actually click buy a minute ago?
Fuel scooping.
No, it's just being buggy.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
That's just... I'm not used to seeing numbers like that for cargo in this game.
Frameshift drive charging.
this thing's been pretty cool so far.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage.
Okay.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Let's get in here and see what we got. Where you at? They still haven't put the hazardous resource extractions in this system. $11, $10. We got one Peter. There's one thing I would like them to adjust, and it's that one of those lights right there is right where the distance indicator for drops is. It's behind my head right now, unfortunately. I can turn the camera off in a second and show you guys. So, right there, right where you see Children of the Vault and Vespucci City, it's hard to read the text that's right there, and that's where the distance to drop shows up when we're in Super Cruise.
Request approved. Set down on landing pad 09. You are clear for automated approach, Commander.
It's so far to either side, to the side of this thing's bridge. It's crazy. I'm surprised the docking computer doesn't hit the sides with this ship. Maybe I shouldn't be so negative on the docking computer, but it still surprises the shit out of me.
Landing complete. Commence
All right.
system shutdown.
Commodities market. So... oh, that's a glorious thing to see right there, isn't it?
Incoming message.
That is nuts. I mean, we now have a ship that can handle 1,200 tons of cargo at once, Green. Now, that resource, this community goal is paying 3 times normal value, so you're not going to be getting that all the time, but man, I'm going to be ruthlessly taking advantage of this for a couple days. Time for another Orbis. How long will it take to have that shield generator shipped here? Six minutes to just... yeah, we'll have that transferred. And that can go into storage. So can that. Oh, you're a pre-built cargo rack. You can't be stored. That's fine. I could buy a Class 8 cargo rack. See? So... well, do they not sell them here? No, they do. No, I'd have to have it transferred. This thing absolutely could take a fighter hangar as well. This is kind of ridiculous. Oh yeah, I never did do anything about the shield boosters on this ship. That's so much mass though. I won't need it for what we're about to go do. I want to look at this thing as compared to the actual. Oh, it won't be showing up yet, will it? Yeah, because it's arcs only, it won't show. Oh, no, wait. This is what it would come with. Never mind. 293 mil. All right, so this would be the standard Panther Clipper Mark II without the Stellar Edition goodies. So 293 million. Get 2 pulse lasers in the medium slots with it. 8E thrusters and power plant as opposed to 8A. 7E as opposed to 7A. 7E. So significant downgrades across the boards in terms of core internals. No utility mounts, whereas the Stellar comes with the point defense, the ECM, the shield boosters. And then you get 7E cargo racks, 1 7E, 2 5Es, the docking computer, and a super cruise assist and a shield generator. They do not give you the Mark II cargo bay racks here, which is this slot and this slot. Both take those, the ones that have 50% more. And that's not even a Class 8. So you're really, really getting a lot of stuff for your arcs in the Stellar Edition, because this is a multiple millions of credits worth of cargo racks, not to mention the utility mounts and upgrading a power plant from 8E to 8A. That is a big, big difference in terms of the Stellar Edition and the regular edition. That's a huge difference. Let's go into outfitting and look at that real quick. So just that power plant alone. I'm actually gonna have to look it up outside game. A ship that actually costs money. Where have you been, man? There's been a bunch of those. All right, so just looking at an 8E power plant. Let me see. I don't trust that. Let me look at Anora. No, yeah, that's right. Okay. So 8E power plant is a 1.4 mil, and 8A is 162 million. That alone is crazy for the arcs. Let's look at the thrusters. 8E thrusters, 2 million. 8A thrusters, another 162 mil. They're actually giving you some decent in-game value for your arcs there. That's a shitload of credits. Wait. Absolutely insane. Let's go be stupid in our new freighter.
passing through the airlock.
Nice. Anyways, yeah, the right now this ship is real money only. It'll probably be available for in-game credits. Usually takes them about 5 months,
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
4 or 5 months. Like I said, let's go be stupid. Alright, so here we are in a resource extraction zone. Let's go ahead and be stupid with our new cargo ship and see what we can do. Now I've put a Class 8 shield generator on it, so maybe we'll have some survivability. Don't quote me on that. Alright, game, can I get a target, please? I know it's a low res, but it's the only thing available. And you're clearly mining. Definitely do a sensor engineering on this thing. Oh my god, I'm Tokyo drifting this thing. I mean, I've flown less maneuverable ships in this game. Now, we do have fully engineered thrusters in this thing, so... seriously, absolutely nothing. Very disappointing. We'll try the other one.
Frameshift drive charging.
That noise when that frame shift drive kicks in.
3,
So good.
2, 1, engage.
Alright, you're probably mining. Alright, fine. You know what? I know what we can do. Because for some reason I just have a need to be... Wait a minute. Ah, you know what? Screw it. We'll still go to the conflict.
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage. 3, 2, 1, engage.
Alright, folks, now repeat after bot. Do not try this at home because this is terminally stupid. God, we're going to be fighting right on top of a star. This is going to be blinding. We love terminally stupid. Well, we're definitely about to get it then. This ship is in no way like super combat fit. All I did was slap a Class 8 shield generator into it. Alright. At least we're going to be fully fueled. Whatever that's worth. And here we go. Drop. Right, weapons deployed. Oh, well, for democracy, man.
Good to have you on the team, Commander.
Warning, impulse attack.
Thank
Trajectory
God for
disruption.
turreted weapons.
Under attack. Target shields offline.
This, with the way this thing turns, this is comical.
Under attack. Flight assist. Flight assist on. Flight assist off.
Oh, FA off actually makes turrets a lot more dangerous, which I love, but
Flight assist on. Target shields online. Target shields offline. Under attack.
alright, so this thing is not exactly what I would call a DPS powerhouse. It definitely needs the turreted weapons with this turning arc.
Under attack.
I mean,
Destroyed.
I think the takeaway from that is it can defend itself, but you know, defend itself long enough to get away from something. But that's about all I'm gonna give it. not going out bounty hunting in this thing. Like, that's just not happening. Alright. We're gonna get out of here. About to wrap up anyways. Of course my destination's obscured.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Warning. Taking heat damage. Fuel scooping.
That heat sink certainly did take long enough to deploy.
Hull breach attack. Taking internal damage.
Could we? Thank you. It did nothing, actually.
Heat sink deployed.
Thank you.
Frameshift drive charging.
Definitely overheats quick.
Ready to engage. 3, 2, 1. Engage.
And you can tell I've been flying the Mandalay for a long time because I just engaged hyperdrive right next to the star like it's nothing.
Warning. Taking heat damage. Hull integrity compromised. Taking damage. Warning. Hull breach attack. Taking internal damage. Fuel scooping. Heat sink deployed. Fuel scooping complete.
All the way around the star to get to my ship. Something weird. All right. So the only other thing I really want to do, and we just didn't have time for it today, is I'm going to outfit this thing for mining. And we're going to have a look at that. Which is going to mean a lot of me clicking on things, because I basically need to strip my clipper down.
We see on the census, Commander. Standard flight regulations are in place around this carrier. Access granted. Please follow standard docking procedure, Commander. You're clear for automated approach. Please sit back and relax, Commander.
Landing gear deployed.
So top 25 one for that one. Top 50 for that one. And probably going to be more. outfitting. So again, we can store this. And we can store this. And if we want to, this thing can be a... absolute beast. How do I not have a class 6? Yeah, we're going to do real quick. Shipyard. Yep, you've got a class 6 cargo rack. You are going to give that to me. Where did you go? All right, so I think the biggest takeaway is that it is not at all hard to get this thing to a dumb amount of cargo. That is 1,236 tons of cargo right there. And still leaving the docking computer on so that I can fly it on my Steam Deck and actually not crash into things like a jackass. But no shield generator, but I mean, really, does that matter that much? So, yeah, this thing, absolutely crazy. I love it. We will take a look at mining tomorrow once I've had time to completely strip one of my other ships. So, thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I will see you all tomorrow. 07 Commanders.